guys, so here's my second project, the mini version of our first bot we built. That was quite a challenge to build, making it smaller, especially measuring the tracks way ahead of time before you start drilling holes in the PVC box to make sure you don't put too much tension and so on. So I'll just go over the parts. It's like the basic from Tamiya, so these are the tracks and wheels. I went with the double gearbox for speed adjustment, and basically this thing I not really use. 6-volt battery with high mAh. Pro Mini Arduino, first time using. That was pretty cool. 3.3 volt version. And this is the motor driver, the DRV8833 from Adafruit. A push button and 2 small potentiometers and a mini LED I used for the controller. The mini joystick, wow, that was cool. First time using, easy to use. You can see here dimension of the PVC box for the controller. I got most parts on Amazon. So that one is for the bot itself. It's waterproof. As I said, the tracks, because there's some certain lengths they come with the set, so mount them first, like build it, and then figure out where the sprocket's going to be, because you'll see where the motor fits inside the PVC box. It's smaller than the original setup. These are X-Rod. You'll need them. These were like 200 millimeters, because you'll see the shaft here is too small. So you have to customize and cut them to 2 inches in length on each side, so it extends outside the PVC box. Screws were missing from the motor gear kit, not sure why. Some mounts I built with some plastic sprockets. Here I had to cut off some parts inside just to fit the motor way in the back. You can see here. That's the toughest part, I would say. Here you can see the plates didn't really fit, but it's still good. I'll use them in another projects. So this is just a video. Basically, I was first time testing the sketch, so I made them wirelessly with NRF24L1. I think it's called module. They're okay. They're not the greatest, but they work at short distance. I haven't tried long distance. I do have it set up to the max, but I still see like problem. I guess it's not that great, but it does work for the price. So you can see I'm testing like all the modes. I've implemented just three modes. So the second one is adjusting both motors with the potentiometer. The first mode is just basic PWM driving basic. So you'll see I'll test mode 3, 1, 2, 3. So I can control independently the motors, which is cool. You'll see in the other video, the last one, when I'm testing with this 6-volt battery. It's cool driving, especially the turns. I can see that would be useful if I'm stuck in the sand this summer. For sure I'm going to have to try it out. The tracks are fragile. I don't know if I'll use it outside, mainly inside, and add probably something else. Here's the remote control with the switch, everything inside. Soldering was really hard. These are smaller parts, so yeah, but I managed. It was all good in the end. It does work. So I did learn a few tricks, soldering small wiring and small parts together. Use glue gun, hot glue gun for solidifying the circuit. You can see the total length here. So here's the final setup. I've put the waterproof on the switch, and this is with 6 volt. I did run it on 4.5 volts, and it didn't really it wasn't strong enough. You can see here 6 volt. I tried to test it with as much as I could, and I mean it's not perfect, but like it wouldn't stop, so it's powerful. It's the Fort setup, example D for the gear motors. So yeah, so that was really cool to use or to build. Um, it didn't take me that long actually. I don't know if I think I was lucky with the tracks. I mean, they're just perfect. They're not too tight and not too loose, and that's what I was really afraid of. I can You have to trust me. If you want to build something similar, you have to uh, s- assemble the tracks first. Figure out the length with the sprocket and measure, because you can't. You have one shot actually, just one shot. Otherwise, you'll end up with several holes in your bill, and I mean, you don't really want that. You see here, I tested that turn. That was quite cool. Here too. That's a 360. I think here I was losing control. I'm not sure. Like the symptom is that it keeps going straight. It won't respond to the joystick. I think that's what it is. It's yeah, that was quite cool. I'm really happy with this. I think I'm gonna add other thing. I was looking at the ESP32 cam module. I think it's called, with Wi-Fi. It runs on 5 volts, so I have 6 volt in there. I mean, that would be cool having a camera on it. But I think it just works with 2.4 gigahertz. I have 5 gigahertz here, so I have to read up more on this. If it would, if I'd be able to hook it up on my network. But there's alternatives, I guess. I'm not sure yet. It's 360. Yeah, it's quite noisy. um, these hobby motors, they run at 6 volt with all the gears. I mean, it's loud. You can't hear it now because I'm doing voiceover, but it's loud. But it's cool. I love it. Well, I guess that's it. I'm already looking at a new build. Can't wait to start working on something new than motors. But it's still related to motors. Anyhow, I hope you enjoy, guys. Thanks.